Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite suburbs of Nashville, what it's like to live there, what there is to do there, what the schools are like, what the properties and the houses are like, and everything you need to know. All your questions will be answered. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Mount Juliet, Tennessee and everything it has to offer. So if this is your first time to our channel, make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe and click that bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. If you want to know what it's like to move, eat, sleep, live, play here in Nashville and the surrounding areas, then you don't want to miss a thing. We get people reaching out to us all the time that are moving or relocating here, and we love it. So if that interests you and that's something that you're thinking about, make sure that you reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. However you want to get a hold of us is fine. We work days, nights, and weekends just for you, and we've got your back when moving to this area. So let's jump right into it today. And today I'm going to be talking about Mount Juliet, which is one of my favorite cities and suburbs around Nashville. You'll find out why. We'll get all of your questions answered. And first, we'll start with a little bit about Mount Juliet. I've got like my notes here so I don't forget anything, but let's talk about location. So Mount Juliet is just east of Tennessee, east of the airport. It's about 25 minutes from downtown in Wilson County, which is one of the fastest growing counties in the whole state. It's close to the airport, just about 15 minutes away. You hop on I-40. Not a far drive at all, so people love that. You're outside of Nashville just a little bit, so you're not in the busy hustle and bustle traffic of Nashville, but you can be to the airport really quickly. Say you travel out of town for work. You don't have to go through all that big city traffic just to get to the airport. Quick 15, 20-minute drive, depending on where you are in Mount Juliet, and you are there. It is right between our two lakes. It is actually called City Between the Lakes. So for those of you that don't know, we have two lakes, two pretty big lakes right here in Nashville and the east side of town. One north of Mount Juliet called Old Hickory Lake, which you can build on and buy properties on and live on. And then the one just south of Mount Juliet is Percy Priest Lake, and it is surrounded by Army Corps of Engineer property. So you can't live on it or build on it or do things like that, but you can hop on the lake. There's different marinas. We love going to that lake. Since we don't have a house on the lake, we tend to go to Percy Priest because there's a lot more islands and things like that. We take the dogs, boat out to the lake, hang out, or to the islands, hang out for the day, let the dogs swim, cook out, grill out. There's restaurants if you want to get to-go food and go take a picnic on one of the islands. So Mount Juliet, if you like going to the lake, is a prime spot for you because, like I said, it is actually called City Between the Lakes. And so there's two within 15 minutes of you max, probably. You can at least get to one of them within 15 minutes, then you're smack dab in the middle of the two. You can go check out either one. Mount Juliet also has a very family-oriented vibe. So we're going to talk a little bit about what all Mount Juliet has to offer, including the two lakes that we just discussed, and what there is to do there. And then here in a little bit, we'll go over the properties, but yeah, so it is a very family-oriented area. Lots of young families live there. The schools, because it's in Wilson County has some of the highest ranked schools in the state. So a lot of people like to go there for schools and raise their children there. And you'll just find that it's a very family-oriented, centralized around family living in Mount Juliet. So it also has some of the lowest tax rates in the state, which is crazy. It drives me nuts because so we built our house and we built a brand new property in a neighborhood that is right on the Wilson and Davidson County line. Davidson County is where Nashville is. And we didn't feel like waiting until the second half of the neighborhood was built to be in Wilson County, but hindsight, maybe we should have, because the edge of our property is the county line. So you go to the next house over and they have lower property taxes, better schools, all that kind of fun stuff. But just something else to think about when you move there. Their property taxes are a lot lower than Davidson County, where Nashville is located. Mount Juliet also has lots of job opportunities and big businesses there. Amazon just opened a facility there, so that brought a lot of jobs. The Cracker Barrel headquarters is located in Wilson County, not too far away, and there's lots of health jobs, which is kind of a theme throughout Middle Tennessee. And so there's lots of opportunities for work, and of course you're 25 minutes from downtown Nashville, so it's an easy commute if you work in town. So a lot of families, again, like living there because of that location where they can be to and from work pretty quickly. You hop on I-40 and you can get to just about anywhere you need to for work. Also, there is an area called Providence Marketplace, and it is probably the big hotspot of Mount Juliet. It is the biggest shopping and multi-use complex between Nashville and Knoxville. There's a lot going on over there. It's technically this one little like strip of shops and restaurants and activities, but then like right across the street there's even more to do. So as far as food goes, you have places like The Goat, which is a restaurant we'll talk to a little bit later, which is a really fun place. You have your chain restaurants like O'Charlie's and Red Lobster, Olive Garden. If you've ever seen any of my other videos, you know I love Olive Garden. I just can't help it. And so they've got lots of chains like that, but also a lot of small local restaurants like barbecue joints and gastro pubs and pretty much anything you'd ever want. Lots of Mexican restaurants, Thai food, and all of that right within that shopping center and kind of area in Providence. As far as shopping, they've got your Dick's Sporting Goods and TJ Maxx for everyone out there that loves TJ Maxx and home goods. They have Academy, which my boyfriend loves to go to. So anytime we go shopping, we've got to go to Academy Sports and Dick's Sporting Goods for him. And then for me, we pop into At Home and TJ Maxx, Belks and local little boutiques and bookstores and all kinds of stuff. So for most shopping, you don't really have to go anywhere. You don't have to go into town or anything like that for shopping and good restaurants. You can just stay kind of in your own little world in Mount Juliet. At Providence, there is also a movie theater. So you've got entertainment that you can do as well. And it's just a really cool area. Lots to do, lots to eat, lots to shop for. And a lot of people love it because, like I said, you don't really have to go anywhere else. So now we've talked a little bit about what there is to do in Mount Juliet, what the appeal is, and why it brings so many people to that area. Let's talk a little bit about what you can find there. So Mount Juliet is not a secret anymore like it used to be. It has gotten to be more well known, and there's now tons of new construction neighborhoods. There's a lot. I'll briefly talk about probably my favorite one, which is Jackson Hills by Signature Homes. They're probably anywhere from 2,000 square feet up to 5,000 square feet, fully customizable, great amenities like a resort style pool, walking trails, playgrounds, dog parks. I have lots of friends that live in that community. It's a pretty large community, and they have wiffle ball tournaments and all kinds of neighborhood events like a 4th of July parade, and everybody decorates for Halloween. And it's a really tight-knit kind of neighborhood, and it's probably one of my favorite new construction ones with great homes. Like I said, you can pretty much customize anything you want to. Signature Homes is a great builder to work with, and they're not sponsoring this video by any means. I just love them that much that I wanted to mention Jackson Hills and all it has to offer. So again, lots of new construction for you to choose from and kind of pick and design your own house. So, you know, if you're moving months down the road and want to go ahead and pick something out and get locked in and it be ready in 6 months or sooner, you can do that. They also build their own kind of like spec houses that the builders will kind of pick out the stuff so that if you need to move quicker, you can move into a nice property with all of the great upgrades and amenities. So yeah, lots to offer there. So new construction, big thing in Mount Juliet. The next thing I want to talk about is that there are also established neighborhoods. So For those of you that come from places like where I'm from, where there's not a ton of new construction, it's more your older, more established neighborhoods where houses are on a quarter to a half acre lot, you know, brick ranches, that kind of stuff. Mount Juliet has that also. You know, there's certain neighborhoods with no HOAs, and established and grown trees, and, you know, basements with your garages and that kind of stuff. And so if that's more your speed, then you can certainly find those in Mount Juliet as well. So new construction, established neighborhoods, and another one that you might not suspect is apartments and townhomes. There's actually a place called Vintage Station, which is new luxury apartment and townhomes. They have a resort style pool, offices, commercial space, fire pits. It is right next to the Music City commuter train, which is the only one around here, and it will run you straight to downtown. And it's got this vintage train station vibe. And like I said, it's luxury apartments and townhomes, and it is brand new and has been a huge hit. There is also another apartment and townhome community called LC Mount Juliet, which is right next to the Goat that we talked about earlier, which is kind of like this industrial themed restaurant. And the Goat is actually right next to the sand volleyball court, the pool and pool deck for LC Mount Juliet. They have a gym. It's right in the middle of Providence, so you are literally right across the street from all the shopping and restaurants and things like that. So while I say it's very family oriented, there are also lots of places popping up for young professionals and people that want to live on their own, don't want a yard to maintain, and want that tight-knit apartment kind of living. So it offers that as well. And then the final thing that it offers, so we're basically covering everything here, is you can find places with a little more land. If you go to the outskirts of Mount Juliet, you can find properties with several acres. If you want to have your chickens or your horses or any of that kind of stuff, or just some land for the dogs to run, that is also to be found in Mount Juliet and some of the surrounding towns right around it. So again, part of why Mount Juliet is so popular, you can literally find every single kind of living that you could want. And I think there's not a lot of suburbs that can offer that, especially for the prices in Mount Juliet. So you can find anything from, you know, 300,000, which would be actually a little hard to find. So the low to mid 300s, you know, up to your multi-million-dollar houses in Mount Juliet. It is all across the board. So it's hard to give you guys a generic, this is what Mount Juliet offers, when there is just so much. Oh, and how can I forget to mention the super popular over 55 lifestyle that you can find in Mount Juliet. So there is a community in Mount Juliet called Del Webb at Lake Providence, which is an active 55 plus community. There's over 1,000 homes in the community. And when I say active, I mean that they do lots of things like parties, events. There's different clubs that you can experience there. There's tons of amenities for you to check out. For example, there's a 13-acre lake that you can look at and fish at and kayak on and paddle boat and all that kind of stuff. A spa and tennis courts, bocce ball courts, gardens, libraries, and so much more. Like, I can't even list it. I can't even remember. So you'll have to go to the website and check that out. But yeah, so they even have really great over 55 communities with lots of events and things to do. So again, literally covers everything you could possibly want to do. So that's kind of it for this video, to kind of just go over what it's all about. Again, it's right between the lakes where you can kayak, fish, do those things. You can find basically any kind of living that you would like, and you're close to town. So that being said, guys, if you are interested in Mount Juliet, if you have questions about it, comment down below, reach out, or questions about other suburbs, just let us know. You've got to reach out if you are interested, because otherwise we won't know. So give us a call, shoot us a text, an email, however you want to get a hold of us. We have got your back when moving to this area. And until next time, guys, we'll catch you later.